Hey, if you run an auto shop in Arizona, I don't need to tell you how tough it is finding good techs and getting them trained up. It's a constant battle. But what if there was a huge pile of money just sitting there waiting to help you solve that exact problem? Well, there is. Let's talk about how you can get your hands on that workforce funding.
Seriously, just take a second and think about it. Yeah, you've got parts, you've got rent, but what's the real killer? What's that one thing that just eats away at your profits month after month? You know the one I'm talking about, the one that's a constant headache? Yup, it's the people. Finding them, hiring them, training them, that whole cycle is just a huge drain on your time and your bank account. It is just so expensive. But here's the thing, what if you could slash that cost? I mean, really dramatically cut it down. And that is where this solution comes in. It's this incredibly powerful resource that honestly is hiding in plain sight for most shop owners.
Okay, picture this. It's like a treasure chest. Seriously. The state and federal governments have literally stuffed millions of dollars into this chest specifically to help shops like yours train people. And right now, that money is just sitting there, waiting for someone to open the lid and take it.
All right, let's just throw a big number out there to really get your attention. How does $9,600 sound? And listen, this isn't some loan you have to pay back. We're talking about a straight-up federal tax credit. Yep, that's up to $9,600 for every single eligible person you hire. Now, do the math. What if you hired 2 people this year, or 3, or 5? That number gets big fast. We're talking about something that could totally change the game for your shop's profitability. And hey, we're not even done yet. That's just the tax credit stuff. What if I told you that on top of that, you could get actual cash back, like a reimbursement check for your training expenses? You heard me right. There are Arizona state programs that will pay you back for up to 75% of what it costs to train a new hire. Think about that. That massive cost of getting a new tech up to speed, certified, and actually making you money, 3/4 of it could be covered. And look, it's not just one single thing. We're talking about a whole suite of programs here. You've got grants that pay you back for wages. You've got tax credits that lower what you owe the IRS. There are even programs that will send high-paying repair jobs straight to your door. Oh, and you need to get your current techs trained on EVs and hybrids? Yep, there's funding for that too. It's a whole ecosystem of support just waiting for you. Okay, I know what you're thinking. If all this amazing money is out there, why isn't every single shop in Arizona doing this? Well, that's the million-dollar question, and the answer brings us to the bureaucratic maze. It's a totally fair question. You're probably sitting there thinking, come on, if this was real, I'd know about it. It can't be that simple. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It's not simple. Because this is what you're dealing with. These are the official government guidelines. We're talking pages and pages of dense, confusing government speak and jargon. I mean, who has time to read this, let alone understand it, when you're trying to run a business? Let me give you just one tiny example. To even qualify, your shop has to pay something called a qualifying wage rate. Okay, so what's that? Well, it's not just a number you can look up. It actually changes depending on what county you're in, how many employees you have, and a bunch of other economic factors. Just figuring that out is the first step in a very, very long and complicated journey. And then you get this craziness. So if you're applying for money to train a brand new employee, it's first come, first served. Okay, makes sense. But if you want to use that same money to upskill one of your current techs, well, for that, it's a random blind drawing, a lottery. I mean, how are you supposed to build a business strategy around a lottery? It's nuts. Look, the bottom line is that the paperwork and the rules are just a killer. Your application has to be substantially complete, whatever that means, just for them to even look at it. Then you've got to file these quarterly reports on some clunky government website, and the amount of money you actually get, it's calculated on this super complex sliding scale. It's literally a full-time job just to handle the bureaucracy. So yeah, it's really no surprise that most shop owners just throw their hands up and say, forget it. But it doesn't have to be that way. What you need is an expert partner, someone who can guide you through this whole maze. See, this is the key thing to understand. The problem isn't the money. The money is there. The problem is the process. It's a process problem. And think about it. Just like you wouldn't let a rookie rebuild a transmission, you need an expert to navigate this stuff. You just need a guide. And that's where a managed service comes in. They basically do all the heavy lifting. First, they figure out which of these programs are the absolute best fit for your shop and your goals. Then, they become your liaison. They talk to all the government agencies so you don't have to. They make sure every single piece of paperwork and reporting is done right and on time. And the best part? They create a system for you, so it's not a one-time thing. You can tap into this funding over and over as your shop scales up.
So just imagine, all those critical, nitty-gritty details, they're just handled. The paperwork for getting paid back on wages, the applications for training your current B&C techs, making absolutely sure you don't miss that super strict 28-day deadline for the WOTC tax credit, even getting your shop set up to get paid directly by the state. All of it taken care of.
Suddenly, the path forward gets a whole lot simpler, doesn't it? Especially when you have someone clearing all that junk out of the way for you.
You know, there's a great quote that just nails it. It's not a secret, it's a process. And that's exactly right. This isn't some insider secret club. It's just a complicated process, and any process can be managed with the right help.
Look, at the end of the day, every single hour you waste trying to figure out these government forms is an hour you're not spending on the floor, turning wrenches, or talking to your customers. It's time to stop leaving all this cash on the table. Let someone else handle the paperwork so you can get back to what you actually do best, fixing cars.
So what's the next step? It's easy. It's a free eligibility assessment, no strings attached. You can find out exactly what your shop qualifies for. Just visit the website or give them a call. So let me just leave you with this one question to chew on. What could you do with your shop in the next year if your biggest expense, training your techs, was basically paid for? How fast could you grow? How much bigger could you build your business? Really think about that.